Good morning. Not having any success. I'm watching my prices blink, but they're not changing. I've checked all my systems. Nothing has changed. They're just not moving. I don't know if they're going to turn on at 6 o'clock or if we're going to stay frozen. Good morning to Mimi, Two Stray Dogs, Who Loves Lunatic, Bob Peterson, Sandra McKay, Yolanda, Bill VW, James, Mr. Rodriguez, Hill, Pat, Bob Smith. I guess we wait and see. I don't know. Can't hold a live stream if I don't have no data moving. Good morning, Scott. Morning, Parabolic. I don't know why these issues keep plaguing me. I can't even get a live screen up. This is what my screen looks like. I guess the changeover is taking effect. So can you see my screen? Thank you. I guess before 6 o'clock, I'm going to try rebooting ThinkorSwim real quick. So you're going to get a black screen for a minute. Should be coming back up any minute. And no change. They're still not moving. I don't know. It's been a buggy week. Yeah, but we shouldn't be having all of these. If these are not moving, maybe they're just frozen there, but I've never seen that many frozen before. It must be, it's got to be on ThinkorSwim or Schwab side. Thank you to Stray Dogs. I mean, I never have this many volume spikes frozen in one place. They're either coming up and disappearing, or it's blank. Good morning, Stefan. It's 6 o'clock. Nothing's changing, guys. Let me hit the support button and see if something's happening. Two Stray Dogs, yours normally moves, right? You haven't been having any issues either? Good morning, MB. Okay, they're going to remote into my system and see if something's wrong. MB, I'm sorry I had you, made you go spend more money. I didn't mean to do that. But everybody's probably going to end up with several monitors. Wasn't my intention, that's for sure. I just got tired of clicking so many tabs. Well, lucky you. And I don't know what to do. Maybe he's just a overnighter, doesn't know what's going on. I can't believe this many stocks and nothing's moving. Let's look at the SPY, see if the SPY is moving. I know the price chart's moving, but it's not moving over here at all. I mean, they are a tenth of a penny or something. But usually, y'all know how these act. They go in and out, they disappeared, and one takes off. They're not doing that this morning. I have no way of knowing if a stock is moving. I've got 3 computers, Stephan. Nothing is working. I can't have the same issue on all 3 at the same time. It's got to be on ThinkorSwim's end. Stephan, I've got a Linux system running too, and it's doing the same thing. So it's not Windows or Linux, or it's definitely a software issue or a server issue. Good morning, Dennis. So if you're running the same pre-market riser I'm running, are yours stuck in place like this? Good morning, James. So yours are blinking in and out and doing normal like they normally do. Okay, if you remember just a couple weeks back, we had a issue like this, and we had to actually wait till it was corrected through ThinkorSwim or Schwab. Stefan on ADPT. You see my chart. Does your chart look like this one on a 1 minute? Well, I guess we sit here and have our coffee and hope things change on my end. If several of us are having the same issue, then it's not on my server. Good morning, Coach. If you're just popping in, my screens are not working properly. Something to do with, I believe, is on ThinkorSwim's side. I can't control them. They're not flashing in and out as normal. All I can do is wait. Thank you, Stefan. Yeah, they're blinking, but they're not moving on my end. Normally, these volume spikes will disappear, and they seem to be stuck in place. Well, I'm not on the Schwab one. I'm on the ThinkorSwim software. I don't even have the option to log into Schwab. Mine's strictly ThinkorSwim. Good morning, Kyle. It may be part of the merge. They could have done something and they have an issue and they're not aware of it. Tell you why I think the support guy didn't know much. He looked at my system and not his. Who loves lunatic? Are you talking to me? Bob, I was looking at it yesterday. I think it was falling after hours. So anyone here that's new, I can't do a demo this morning. We're kind of just hanging out. I think the ThinkorSwim or Schwab servers are having issues. My data's not moving. Some of us are affected, some of us aren't. So I'm waiting to see if something happens. I couldn't chance making a trade on somebody telling me a stock was moving because the price ain't moving on my end. I'd probably get hung. Where's it at? What's the price? Thanks, Bob. I don't think I have the option to even log in to Schwab. I've never seen it on my login screen. So this week starts out with bugs. First, the security. Is this really you? Now I've got frozen data. Maybe when we get more people complaining, they'll do something about it. All right, since we can't do nothing, I'll do that. I'm going to sign off of Schwab. Your screen's going to go black. I'll see if the option is there, but I don't think it is. The option was there, hidden behind the gear icon. It says installing updates, but I bet you all of my indicators are gone if I do this. So it says login failed. Here's what I get. So I'm not recognized by Schwab. So something's down on the Schwab side, I think, and TD Ameritrade doesn't know about it. Should be coming back up any minute. Same issue. Blue, yeah, I don't have any data moving. You can look see my watch list up there. They're not changing, they're blinking. I've checked 3 different systems over here, and all of them have the same issue. Even one of the systems is Linux, and the Linux usually works better than the Windows-based system, and it's doing the same thing. We had an issue a few weeks ago where only half of us were affected, so it's got to be them. So if you have the same issue, and if you feel like clicking the support button and reporting the same thing I just did, maybe if they hear it from multiple people, they may look deeper into the issue. Alex, they're only scripted for ThinkorSwim. I don't know the other platforming language. If your data is not moving, click the support tab at the top, create a live ticket, and ask them why your data is frozen. Only if you have the issue, though. They should come on live, Robert, within seconds. They don't make you wait because you could be stuck in a trade, so they immediately answer. I'm not seeing any volume on that chart, but is my chart working? I don't know. I can't give you an accurate call on it. It looks like it's setting up for a move, but is my data accurate? I don't know. So you can see we had a spike here. We have a white arrow, but I didn't have any activity over here on my watch list. On that one particular stock, is your volume spike moving? I've done signed off and on twice. I have the toss volume right here in this column. So on FEMY, do you show volume almost 9 million? All right. Guys, if you're just popping in, we're having ThinkorSwim issues this morning. My data is not being updated. So we're kind of stuck sitting here having coffee. We've already contacted ThinkorSwim. They say there's no issues, but we know there is. It's affecting more than one of us. Problem is it's not working on any of my scans. This is a different scan. This is a different scan. I have other screens with scans. Nothing is moving. Well, it's not good for live streaming, that's for sure. Maybe if they hear from enough of us, they'll really think and look into it. Metal, I can't trade anything. It doesn't do me no good to look. I don't know if the price is going up or down. Thank you, Metal. So if you look over here on the right, my chart, that stock is spiking, and I have no data over here. Yeah, I think they're just fill-ins. I don't think it's the actual support staff. Kind of sucks because that stock is in my price range. I could have nailed it. It's already up $1 something since you mentioned it. Yeah, volume's moving, the spike's not moving. And if the spike is working for some of you, then it's not the script because I haven't changed it. And I know I'm setting on 0, 0. No, it's the same one. Same one that's worked on all the live streams. Could be the next $60 stock, and I can't play it. Metal, I got 3 computers running. They all have the same issue. There it goes. Hope you guys are buying or bailing. That would have been a good profit. I can try it, but I don't know why I should change it. It's been working fine. Man, y'all be making $1 million this morning. Stock's up 200%. Hope you're in for 1,000 shares. Spread's really high. Kind of upsetting. I've been waiting on this kind of a stock for how many weeks now? Probably a month since the last one took off like this. No, but I can do that. I'll go pull it off of Discord and try. Because we know the one on Discord's working. I'd be having complaints. Let me see how I can do this. I probably need to do it over in the main setup. So I changed it on my main screen and it's the same issue. Thank you, Mr. Peterson. If you're new here, we're having ThinkorSwim issues. My data's not flowing, so can't really do a demo this morning. We have a few members calling out stocks. Thank you, Bob. That's always appreciated. My life is all about paying it forward, helping other people. Got to really watch nowadays who you help. Also, I actually paid business rent for the guy that used to work on my motorcycles. He's made no effort to pay it back in 2 years. You never know. Are they just trying to get money out of you, or do they really need the help? So my saying is, if you have that annoying person that you don't really care about, loan him $20 and you'll never see him again. Sometimes it's worth the investment. maybe having another run up trying here on SLNO. I'm only watching the chart. Or maybe it's somebody who missed it and they think it's going to go again, so be careful. It may be over. We are on the back side of the run. We may just be setting up a lower high. So these kind of stocks, y'all made me aware of it back in here. This is the kind I sit back and wait for, and then I spend all my money on it, or as much money as I think I should put into it. And by the time it's over, you've made a month's pay if you bought enough shares. They're far and few of these, but when they happen, that's when you really need to hit them hard. When you have that many buyers on board, the risk is very low of that price going up. So if you're just popping in, we had a stock run up, but my data's not working. This stock was called out by subscribers. This is how well they've trained themselves off of this system. They knew what to look for. They knew when to buy. They knew when to get out. But unfortunately, my data's not flowing this morning and I can't control anything. I can't do a live demo. So if you're here, I'm just waiting to see if ThinkorSwim or Schwab's going to straighten out this mess. But I appreciate you joining in. Hopefully this gets resolved soon. So your screen's going to go black for a few minutes. I am going to install a new version of ThinkorSwim. Maybe they upgraded the version. Just going to overwrite my existing files. It shouldn't change anything. So here we go. And it looks like the same issue. Looks like my font size is too small. Well, that didn't work. There are no halts in pre-market. That's what's good about it. I've never seen one. Nice moves. Gonna go retest at 18. You got it, two stray dogs. This is what bull markets do. This is rare for this kind of market. Nice pop there, all the way to 19. 1934. Still going, 20. This is why it's important to show up every morning, because you never know when this is going to take place. I think this is, the last one was about a month ago. I don't remember the symbol. Went from 375 to 60. This was another good run about 30 days later. This one may not be over yet. You never know where they end up. Everybody desperate for a good trade. When they see this one going off, you can almost bet that everybody's going to be on it and try to make some money that they weren't making in the past weeks. This is why we hang around every day, boring or not. Wait for that grand paycheck. Alex, I can't predict what's going to happen at market open. All of these people that are in profit may bail before then. Market open, things could go either direction. I'll be right back. All right. Man, I wish my system was working. Would have loved to have monitored the spike column during that. The advantage everyone's going to have in a bull market is they'll be able to catch everything that's going right in this column. That's the best part about this setup. You don't even have to go look for them. They come to us. Those are the days you keep telling yourself, I'm going to have to put more money in my account. I need to buy more. So if you could have bought 1,000 shares down here, let's just say $8. By the time it made it up to here, you probably wouldn't have held on. But let's just say it went to here, you probably could have made about $8, $9, $10,000 in one morning. With an $8,000 investment with a profit of over 100%. And it really wasn't a hard one to play. It just kept going and going and going. One minor pullback here and kept going. Even if you just took half of it, even half of that profit is nice. So if you're just getting here or popping in the last 10 or 15, 20 minutes, my system is not functioning this morning. I think we have a ThinkorSwim or a Charles Schwab issue. My volume spikes are not operating. So I can't give a demo this morning to show you how everything works. We're kind of just hanging around because we had a runner this morning. It's over on the chart. So it looks like I have a lot of work to do today. Alex, I play price action and volume, and then I just watch the arrows in the indicators. The less I have to look at, the more accurate my call. Everyone trades differently. I like a naked chart, and I like to not have too many things interfering with my decision. Martin, are you talking about the tick chart? in particular? Tick charts don't go on volume, they go on orders. So it's groups of orders that are going through. So there's going to be a variation on the dollar amount as they process orders. It's not based on volume. When you set it to a 133 tick chart, that's 133 orders, not 133 volume. Well, if you're talking about a regular chart, I'm not really understanding your question because your question says a tick mark. There's no tick mark on a regular chart. And what do you mean by difference? A few pennies difference. Different than what? It all depends on the volume of each candle. That's all a candle is positive and negative volume. That's what makes the size of the candle. Well, it looks like this stock put everybody in a good mood. You're actually communicating this morning. It's like the blahs went away. So if you're just popping in, I'm having data issues this morning. ThinkorSwim is not functioning properly. My spike indicator's not working. All we had to go on this morning was the movement of the stock. Some of the other members, their spike volume is working fine. That tells me it's off, not on my side, maybe on the Charles Schwab or TD Ameritrade side. Hopefully they get the issue fixed and we're back to normal by tomorrow. I think when we have a change of president, I think it's going to be like something you've never seen before. Everybody will be so happy. It's going to be out of this world. I already know. So look how flat this stock was in pre-market. This is what I'm always mentioning, that stocks have no volume in pre-market until somebody starts buying them. So you can go from nothing to a bottle rocket in a matter of minutes. Always love pre-market over regular market hours. Your plays are not so risky because millions of people are not on them. Only those of us who got up early to watch are the ones that benefit. Never understood why some people don't like pre-market. I think it's better than any market. You get to know the morning's activity before the market opens. Yeah, you can be done early. Go on about your day doing things you like. That's exactly why I'm done at 9:30 each day. I play pre-market mainly. Don't fight the battle during the day. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I'll sit here if I didn't make anything in pre-market. But it's long and boring after market. After 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, the market's dead. It's just going sideways. I see no reason to sit there and just watch it. Good morning, Todd. Todd, my data's not working this morning. I can't get any volume spikes going. So we're kind of just playing the chart. I'm actually watching call outs in this chat window. Nothing I can do about it. Some of the subscribers, theirs is working fine. Some of us, it's not working at all. Mine's not working at all. Good morning, Barry. Thank you for joining us. Be glad when this merger's open so we don't run into issues like this where some of us can't participate. Robert, we just went through school letting out a few months back, people going on vacation. A lot of traders sit back during the hot summer months because summer's usually slow anyway. Then they start coming back in about this time of year, but the market's been so awful. The question is, will they come back in for the last quarter? No one likes the government, as far as I can tell. They're kind of holding things back. The Fed's holding things back. So the market's been dying around 9 o'clock, 9:30. It even affects pre-market. I mean, we have one a month that does this, sometimes one every 2 months. The rest of them have been 15 cents, 20 cents, 50 cents if we're lucky, $1 gain. So we're up at that 8 o'clock. This is going to start pulling back pretty hard. I would think everyone that's in profit here is going to take their profit, not hold it into market open. We don't know how far down it'll go at this point, but it could come way back down here to affordable price again. Let's look at SLNO also. Uh-oh. I'm going to say this one's going to start pulling back, but maybe not. I mean, everybody could be excited and pumping it up even higher, but we still have about 25 minutes to go. I would think profit takers are going to come in and this is going to drop. That is so true, Bob. If you can defeat this market and still make a few dollars when it turns around, you'll realize you learned a lot more than you did. You won't be fighting the struggle anymore. You'll just be watching for spikes and buying away. Good morning, Wyatt. So if you're just popping in, we're having Charles Schwab or ThinkorSwim issues. My data's not working correctly this morning. I'm actually watching for other subscribers' call outs in the chat window, and we're playing the chart. That's all we can do this morning. I can't give a demo to show you how it works. But we did have a good run up this morning on this stock from about here. I'm going to say we were notified by someone in the chat. He probably notified me sooner, but then I didn't click on it till a couple minutes later. But it ran all the way from like $6 or $8 to $24.19. Was a good run, good profit for many. Hopefully quite a few of you bought some. Just start small. Even I started small. It's like getting a new job. They're going to pay you minimum till you learn. Robert, I say it's even less than that. If you can make $10 or $15 consistently every day, that's progress in my book. I know some people started with just a couple of $100, so they're only buying 1 or 2 shares to see if they can hang on to those couple of $100. The first step is, are you profitable? That's the first step. If you're not profitable, you need to become profitable. Need to figure out how to make the gains higher than the losses. You have to put in a lot of time to learn the stock market. Like I said before, I can make it look simple, but it's really not simple. Still have to learn price action, volume. Moving averages, trends, the list goes on and on and on. I think once you learn just this system that's on your screen, I think eventually you'll be able to trade just off of this volume spike column with nothing but the price over here. You'll be doing this so regularly, you'll know without all of these indicators and arrows, without these moving averages, without these spike labels, you'll know right here in this column if you should buy it strictly off the way the price is reacting. Yeah, everybody here is like your best friend. It's like we're all family on the same page, same mindset. We all have a goal. Those that know something will share it. Good morning, Paul. Good morning, Bo. So I know a lot of you pop in here just before market open. I'm going to let you know ahead of time my data stream is not working correctly. I do not have volume spike this morning. So you're not going to see the gainers here. Something to do with TD Ameritrade or Schwab. I don't know which one. They seem to think there's no issues, but we know there is. It's affecting more than just me. So you won't be able to base it off a volume spike this morning. So this was our morning runner. Went from either, depending on where you got in, if you saw it moving early, you could have got in as low as $6 or so. And it ran all the way up to $24.19. This was our pre-market mover. when you can get people to open up and start communicating. I mean, everybody's been so depressed for the last few years. That was the main reason for starting this, was to bring everybody together. Get people to open up, communicate again, kind of break the ice, so to speak. And it's working out well. I mean, there's people out there that know stuff I don't know. So I'm learning as well. Gap and run doesn't turn on until market open. So if you think about it, everybody that thinks they have the right stuff, what do? They want to charge you $3,000 or $4,000 to teach you not to make these mistakes that they made. That's all they're teaching you, is don't do this. And this is what I do. Well, the don't do this are just, you're paying to learn their mistakes. Then you're going to turn right around and make those mistakes, even though you paid. So it's really not beneficial. Where you're going to learn is getting your hands in it. Step into the fire, learn how it burns. That's how I like to put it, because sometimes you're going to lose. But if you come in lightly, start learning, start listening, you pick up on little stuff here and there, and eventually you catch on. You're welcome, Heather. So I can at least put the links on. So if you're not a member of our YouTube channel, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Here's the link. Watch the videos, learn the videos, like the videos, comment on the videos. Let YouTube know if I'm doing a good job or not. It also lets me know. Watch all the videos as many times as you can till you're sick of watching them. That's how you learn. Under each video is a link to the Discord. Join our Discord. There's over 1,000 investors over there. Lots of them are sharing information. It's also where you'll find all the scripts. This volume spike indicator, this setup here, this label, and these labels up here. They're real easy to install. Just watch the how-to videos. Never trade off of my screen. As you can see, I'm broke this morning. It's not working. If you need help, over in Discord, we have a support channel. Leave a question over in support. If I can't get to you, somebody will. Come on over and join us. Absorb the free information, the free indicators, the free scans, and the free communication with other investors. It's all worth it. We'd love to have you on board. And hopefully I can get this thing resolved today. In a few minutes, we'll change over to market open. Old thumb, you don't want to get in on these. This was either a stock split or a proposed buyout. You're not going to make any money up here. It's going to run flat all day long. Unless you had insider information, you're not going to know this takes place, so you'll most likely never know. Well, you have to be a part of the crooked government to get that information. That's how they trade. Just like the rumors that I hear, they have their rules and we have ours. Their rules are no rules. Our rules are everything they can throw at us. Very unfair. But let's not go there, or I might punch a monitor. All right, let's go ahead and change over. We have a few minutes left here. I'm going to go to the all stock scan. And my spike is still not going to work, so don't trade off of my screen. Whatever you do, it could be a disaster for you. Let's see, what are we going to go with down here? We can try gap and run. It should turn on at 8:30. I guess all I can do this morning is sort by marked percent change from highest to lowest. Maybe my spike volume would turn on at 8:30. Maybe a new server is going to kick in, and that's where the issue was. Have to wait and see. We'll all be watching SLNO this morning to see which direction it's going to head. I'm still expecting a pullback before market open, but we may not get it. It's holding this price level. And if it holds this price level, chances are it's going to gap up at open. Everybody that doesn't trade pre-market sees it went up in pre-market, and they are also expecting it to gap up at market open. So we'll see how it goes. Super, it's not a trade. It's either an offer to buy them out or a stock split, either one. It'll stay right there on that level forever, maybe throughout the day. So we have less than a minute to go. Let's see what happens here. I'm going to say the spread is going to go out of this world. So be careful, watch the spread. You don't want to click that buy button if it's $1 or 75 cents. You're going to start negative if you do. If you were me and you traded like I do, I would wait on a pullback. Some of you are professionals and you play that first green candle. I don't. I wait for pullbacks. Don't want to play the fake out at the open where they take all your profits back. And good luck, everybody. Wow, it's looking like we're working now. Look. So it's definitely ThinkorSwim or TD Ameritrade or Schwab. I'm curious to see if it fades away. So they are selling off, but it's probably going to bounce. And then again, it could just keep selling off. Everybody could panic. The spread is kind of high. Watching the tick chart, it's pretty much horizontal. Pulling down slightly. I would be careful of a sell-off right here. but they may overcome it. The 5-minute chart is still red. Now it's green. We've gone into a halt. This is why I prefer pre-market. Just when it gets exciting, they stop the trade. Let it run. What can it harm? Are you afraid we're going to make a profit? They want to mess up your day like they've been doing for the last 3 years. That's what they do. Never cared for halts, especially 10%. Come on. So you have a dollar stock moves $1.11 and it halts. There's no purpose there. How about it gains 100%, then it halts? I could deal with that. Or 50%, not 10%. Yeah, but they shouldn't be able to reset and have an advantage. There should be no advantages to one person or the other in a stock market. So those are the support and resistance lines I would play. Unless one of them breaks higher or lower, then I would go back and catch the next resistance line down, which would be here. But you don't need to mark up the whole chart. You need to just really play the two current ones. So if it breaks the high, you have no other, you can't support another or post another resistance line because you don't know where the next stopping point is until it turns around. So you just mark your pre-market high, the body of the candle, come down and catch the low at marking, the body of the at market open, the body of the candle, and you wait for it to break either of these zones. So now if you want to play this stock, you're probably going to suffer another halt or 2 or 3 or 4. Coming out of a halt, you could lose what you gained before the halt. Now I'm getting a YouTube issue. Do we still have video? Is it still showing? Now YouTube is giving me warnings. All right, thank you. Maybe they're preparing that button to shut everything down. Who knows? Look, my spike just took off and started acting correctly. Just now. They disappeared like they should. They definitely have an issue on their side. So for me to be interested in playing this stock, it would have to break through resistance up here, turn around, come back and retest it by bouncing off the top of that line, which would then be support before the next run up. I wouldn't play it between this zone here because you really don't know which direction it's going to head. But if you're a professional and that's the way you trade, then you're reading the chart way different than I read it. So if the price comes back down and retests this support level, it could bounce back up here. That would be another play. But it would need to return back down to here and test that level. Otherwise, break through this one and come back and retest the higher level. But it's acting like they've got control of it now, where they didn't have control of it during pre-market. So we are headed up to test this resistance level. Bottom of this level would be resistance. If it hits it and starts pulling back down, that's resistance. Couldn't even make it up there. Now it's coming back down to test support. It could not break through support as of yet. It can still get through it. If it breaks through, it'll probably come down and test this level. I'll zoom in a little bit, give you a better picture. Hell, I can't even zoom in. What's up with that? Something's fishy. When you load the V4 or the V6, it's going to load all of this. It's going to load the lines, the arrows, the spread, and the bullish. It's all in one script. So load V4 or V6 if you do options. They're both pretty much the same, but they are different in a way. So we're halted. They were going to sell it off. We're halted again. Be careful turning things off because a lot of my coding, one part of it relies on the other part of it. It would probably be okay to turn off this bid and spread only, but I know this bullish is tied into this main script And if you turn off this bullish or bearish signal, you're going to not have the reaction that you need for this to work efficiently. I know a lot of you guys are combining stuff together and turning off certain areas, but you may be messing up as well. Paul, I just put a video out on that last Sunday. If you go look at the YouTube videos, look for a video called Understanding Support and Resistance. And while you're there, like the video for me, please, and comment. That's why I say watch all the videos. They all teach you something very important. Some of them are irrelevant, but the information within that video is very important. The only reason they would be irrelevant is because I upgraded to newer versions, improved the indicators as I go. So since it's working now, I'm going to say that's definitely a server on their end is not working. There's nothing I can do, nothing I need to worry about. Hopefully pre-market's working tomorrow. If it's not, I'm going to rely on my family of friends to post stocks in the chat. So I don't have to discontinue because my system ain't working 100%. So while it's working, I'll do a demo. How about that? I am Ricky Gaspard. I am a guy who trades from his home office. I've been trading since 1990. I am also a ThinkScript coder, and I write my own scripts. The first indicator you see up there is called volume spike on the left. We watch for volume spikes in stocks instead of searching for stocks. When a stock starts moving, you will see percentages take off in this column. Right now, it's a bit difficult to sort through because market just opened and has not calmed down yet. In pre-market, it's not this much of a disaster. It's very easy to follow. Once we see a spike, we click on that stock. Then we look over here at this indicator, and I'll get back to a section of it. Just pretend that this stock hadn't traded just beyond this point. So we see a volume spike. Then we watch for a crossover of these two moving averages. This is the 5 and the 13. We watch for these arrows to start coming in. Once they start coming in, we make our decision to buy or not, but not without confirming that we have lots of volume. Once we have the volume, we see the arrows, we have the crossover, we look to see if there's buyers outnumber the sellers. And right now the sellers are outnumbering the buyers. We also watch the current candle. If it has a volume spike in the current candle, you're going to see a bullish signal pop up here. If it's a bearish signal, you're going to see bearish pop in up here. Once you learn this, it's really quick to look at. You'll see volume spike. You'll look for the volume here. Is it moving? Did we have the crossover? Are there arrows? Is it bullish? And then you make your decision to buy within seconds. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, I'll post a link down in the chat. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, watch all the videos, watch them over and over again until you're sick of watching them, and you'll pick up on a lot of this information that I'm trying to explain. Like the videos, watch the videos, comment on the videos, let YouTube know if I'm doing a good job or not. Below each video is a link to our Discord. In Discord, you can find all of these scripts, all of my scans, and the current setup that you see on your screen, which is listed in current setup on Discord. Once you join Discord, nothing's going to appear until you accept the disclaimer. Then all the channels will pop in. That's the link to our Discord. Join us and talk to over 1,000 other investors. Not all of them are active. Most of them work, I believe. But the ones that are there are willing to share information, help you along your journey to trade. Some of them are giving instructions on options, some futures, some regular stocks. We'd love to have you on board. So check us out. It's all free. You have nothing to lose. And thank you for joining us this morning. So we should start resuming here any moment. I don't know where it's going. I'm not a fortune teller. If it's your first time here, my stream ends at around 9 to 9:30. This morning it's looking like 9:30. I did not get a call out. At 9:30 I end the stream and we start again tomorrow in pre-market at 6 a.m. Central Standard Time. Had you joined us this morning, you could have picked up a few shares of this stock. And depending on what you could afford to buy, you could have made thousands. Or maybe you could have made $5. The amount doesn't matter. It's that you're learning this system so that you're well prepared for the next time this happens. The market is awful currently, so our pickings are slim, but when they happen, we can pick up 10 or 15 cents, 50 cents, or $1, and in this case, many dollars. This is a rare instance. The last one was a month or two ago, but they're worth waiting on. That's how I trade. I wait on the good ones. I don't care about gaining a nickel and spending thousands of dollars to do so. I prefer to wait for the good ones, and they're hard to find, but I make up for the times I didn't trade when I get one. I prefer trading less, but trading quality stocks. And now I can zoom in where I couldn't zoom in earlier. Very fishy system this morning. Sometimes it will and sometimes it won't. Yeah, I can't see that little green numbers on that blue label. I've said this before, but I'm partially blind. Really only have one really good eye and one that can only see about 10%. But I'm perfectly fine. I'm not the guy missing an eyeball. I look normal. I just can't see. And I can honestly say I'm keeping an eye out on you. That's a true statement now. I always joke around about getting older. Things change. You don't know what's going to change until it changes. Thank you, MB. I'm doing fine. Don't take my sob stories wrong. I'm in good health. I'm the bionic man. I don't go down easy. You'll see times change the older you get. You're holding the door for the elderly. The next thing you know, they're holding the door for you. That's when you realize something's up. But I'm a people person. I guess you know that already. I love people. I've talked to large groups of people, held conferences. It's always been my enjoyment in life. Sharing ideas, having fun. That's the real me. See you later, Paul. Appreciate you joining us this morning. See you later, two stray dogs. You can see all the sell-off coming in this column over here. We keep getting large spikes of red. I guess we made them mad with our pre-market riser. You can see the volume has died. It's nothing like pre-market. It used to be the reverse of that. Pre-market was dead compared to market open. It's been reversed. Nothing is normal in the market. Nothing is predictable. It all depends on buyers and sellers. And you get enough buyers interested in the same thing at the same time. Or the reverse of that, can you get enough sellers that like to short all together doing the same thing? That's why we have this indicator to let us know where the buyers and the sellers are. So I'm going to cut out some of the noise in this column. I'm going to bring my spike level up to the 1%. Get rid of some of the below 1% numbers that are just bouncing around. And that's the reality of it. Got rid of all the hopefuls. I hope it goes up. FEMY. Trying for another run. Like the way it looks. We do have the bullish, we do have the buyers, we do have the crossover, we do have a couple of arrows. Will it continue is the question. Hard to predict on these cheaper stocks. Some people are looking for a nickel and they bail just like that. That's why I like the higher price stocks. Most people are looking for $1. MB, if you already have it in your watch list column, all you do is right click on the name and edit formula. And you change these numbers. If yours is at 0.0, change it to 100. 100 stands for 1% up here. So by putting it on 100, you eliminate all the stocks that are below 1%. Usually those aren't going anywhere anyway. So if you don't want to see any stocks that below 2%, you would change this to 200, or 3% would be 300. You can kind of clean up the column with the ones that are just bouncing around. Because if they're going to take off, you will see numbers up here at 4, 5%, 7%. Those are the ones that are running. Once you change this number, hit apply at the bottom and OK, and it'll change. Was that too fast for you? There really isn't much to it. Right click, edit properties, or edit script, whatever it says, edit formula. and change 0.0 to 100.0. So we're at that 9 o'clock where things just bounce around. Unless something pops up on the spike column, there's actually nothing to buy. Make sure in all of your scans you have your price range set to the stocks that you can afford to buy. Let me pull up a scan here if you don't know, because you probably just loaded my scans. And you probably didn't go in and edit any preferences. So here is this all stocks scan. No, this is pre-market. Let me change it to all stocks. So you can see here, all I have is the price. You can enter a volume if you like. I prefer not to, because the volume is going to be here anyway because the spike is here moving. So all I have is the mark, which is the price, and I have it set between $1 and $50. That's the price range I trade. If you're only trading stocks between 25 cents and $5, you want to change it to that so that you're not having to filter through all of the other stocks to get to the ones that are in your price range. It'll cut out a lot of volatility up here. And then save it by going to these 3 bars and save the scan query as all stocks, and save it once you've made changes. Very important that you do that so that you're not trying to sort through the whole mess of the market. So go to each scan, set them to your price range. You should be good to go. I've had a couple of good members send me scripts to auto change these numbers, so we didn't have to change them. But I have also some investors that set it to 5% because they don't care about anything unless it moves at least 5%. So the auto change wouldn't work for everybody, so I have never put it in there. We'll just do it manually. I think I even have one trader that puts it on 10%. He doesn't want to know anything unless it moves 10%. And that's what it's good for, to find the stocks that you like to trade. Thank you, James. It's a good morning every morning, just sometimes not so exciting because we're patiently waiting on the next one to take off. But it's still good. It teaches me, it teaches you. Every time I repeat it, it refreshes my brain. So if you ever want to really learn this, take over my live stream. When you can explain it that well, you know. You know what's going on. When you can tell a story about this price, you know what's going on. That's correct, JP. So what you can do, you can make several columns of volume spikes. So if you went into this code and you copied it here, and then you went to this little icon here and you type in custom here, and you scroll down to your next available custom and you paste that code into here, and then you change the percent level of it to 10% or 1000, and up here name it volume spike 10% and put it on 1 minute, and then move it over to the right, move it up to where you want it, click OK, and then you'll have two columns, one with 1% and one with 10. So you can duplicate it, just put it in another custom, rename it, add it to your watch list. See, I got rid of the stocks that were below 1%, and that tells you the market's not moving because they're not even 1%ers in the whole list. And I don't even have a volume set. I only have the price in my all stock scan. Just the price. And when you sort by volume spike, it'll naturally sort them. Or you can put a minimum volume there if you prefer. It's still going to function the same. So this stock is still putting out $1 if you can catch it. It's not as easy at market open as it was back in pre-market. Because here you're having to make a judgment call. Is it down? Will it go up? And then you see a little bit of green and you're still kind of panicking because you don't know if it's going to be this big green candle or if it's going to turn around here and go back down. That's why we need this volume spike, to eliminate that thought. Once it takes off like it did this morning and it keeps taking off, I'll go back and rewatch the video and see how high the spike actually got on SLNO. I don't know if anybody was watching it, but I'm going to say it probably hit the 30 to 40% range. That's a wild guess. If you can learn these numbers, when a stock takes off like that, you could set that volume spike to that minimum number before it took off. Make a new column and just put it over here on the side, and you know when that column takes off, there's a stock that's doing something out of the ordinary. There's many ways to plan a strategy. You can manipulate the tools you already have to do that. See you later, James. Appreciate you coming with us this morning, hanging out. Still getting a weak data signal from YouTube. Hope you're not lagging over there. You shouldn't be. So if you're new here, I will be logging off in about 13 minutes. If you have any questions, feel free to type them in the chat. Other than that, I'll be killing the stream at 9:30. Hopefully you have all this set up on your computer and you're watching the market. I hope something works out for you. I am not going to watch the market after 9:30. You're welcome, Parabolic. I hope everybody got in and made a little bit of money this morning. It's always exciting when we have a stock that participates. You're welcome, Moltstar. You're welcome, Old Thumb. Yeah, that's not good news, is it, Kelly? And the crossover went negative. So it is playing within this zone. It'll probably come out of that zone sooner or later. You're welcome, Scott. You're welcome, Gil. And SLNO is in another halt on the downside. If you haven't done so, please like this live stream. Help me out here. Let's make YouTube notice what's going on. If you watch the live stream later, comment on the video for me. Thank you, Mr. Rodriguez. Have a blessed day yourself. You're welcome, Kelly. Thank you for joining us this morning. You're welcome, Yolanda. So nice to see so many people come in the mornings. This is a reason to get out of bed. A really good reason to get out of bed. Thank you, MB. See you tomorrow. I know you'll be here. Appreciate it, Ben. Thank you very much. Since we're dead, I'm going to end the stream here. I have better things to do. And as always, see you tomorrow. And God bless. I'm out.